Well, hello and welcome back to the Shallow Proclamation. My name's Thomas and I'm joined by.
Paul, hello.
And we have an exciting announcement, don't we, Paul? The Shallow Proclamation community has just got up and running. So here
Yeah,
it is. On the left hand side, you can see the different rooms. So we've got Waffle, which is for general chit chat about anything. We got rules, just a few rules. Be respectful, follow the Discord community guidelines. Discord is the particular app that we are using, but you can use it on any device in browser or via the app. And it's very easy to join. You just click the link, which we're going to put in the description below this video. So if you don't have an account, it will take you through that if you just click the link below. And we've been posting our new videos in there, or we will do. We've got one for chat about the classic era that we've covered on the channel.
so this is spoiler free, is what you mean?
Exactly. The thinking behind that is we then have this classic era without Thomas, where you can, if you want to, talk about classic Doctor Who that we haven't yet covered, like stuff from the 70s and 80s. So lots of options there. And then a new Who one. Obviously, both of us have seen that, so don't worry about be conscious of spoilers for other members in the community. You can do things on Discord like make your comments have a black bar appear in front of them and people have to click it to reveal it. In fact, I think you just do a vertical line and then put your spoiler and then another vertical line. Oh.
We'll get right back to you on that.
There we go. Look, you see how it changed there?
Yeah, the double lines, yeah.
So say you want to write, okay, here are my thoughts. You put whatever you want to spoil in there between the two lines and enter. And then look how it shows that little black blob. Then people know it's a spoiler. And if they feel like they can see it, they can click on it. But it just gives people that option, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I'll promise I won't check this channel at all, the classic without Thomas one. So have fun without
Have
me.
at it.
Share your work if you've got anything cooking.
So that could be anything, couldn't it? That could be anything that you are doing. Like if you, I'm just being completely random here. If you make pottery,
Yeah.
and you think I've made some pottery and I'd like to share that with someone, you could post a picture there and go, "Hey guys, actually this is something I do," and go, "This is something I made," and we'll go, "Oh." And we'll do exactly what people do on YouTube, and we'll go, "It's I like it, but I wish your other work was of a higher quality."
that was a comment we got on the Russell T Davies Murray Gold video, wasn't it?
Brilliant! If only all your work was as good as this.
It's such a backhanded compliment. No, yeah. So got a meme there. So this is sort of for jokes and funny videos. Can be Doctor Who related, doesn't have to be. And then bonus content, where we might be putting some bonus content if we have any.
Bonus, yeah.
If you're interested in joining, do click the link. Will be in the description below, and we'll share it on in the descriptions of our upcoming videos to keep reminding you. But it'd be great to have you in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Paul, what are we watching today?
Well, we are going to watch The Enemy of the World. It's a six-parter, and it all exists, which is good. That's good to know. It was broadcast 23rd of December 1967 to the 27th of January 1968, so we're entering into a new year, or getting there. Directed by Barry Letts and written by David Whittaker. Barry Letts actually goes on to be, I think, the producer for most of the John Pertwee era. So we're going to see a lot of Barry Letts in the future. It's the last story, I think, where Sidney Newman is kind of overall was head of drama for the BBC, and obviously he kicked it off. Remember, if we watched The Adventure in Space and Time, we had Sidney Newman, the kind of pop guy.
Oh yes.
This is his end of his kind of time over it. And actually, this story was mostly lost. It was actually re-released for the 50th anniversary. All before 2013, all but episode 3 was missing from the BBC archives. However, in October of 2013, it was announced that episodes 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6, as well as some episodes from a later Troughton one, had been located in Jos in Nigeria. and it was being released. So they released it on DVD, they released it on iTunes. I bought it. So this was all part for me. This story is part of the 50th anniversary celebrations as well, because it was released kind of in advance of that. As and it was one of those times when, you didn't get a lot of kind of missing episodes come back, and suddenly we had a 6-parter that had only one part in it has suddenly come back in full, and you're like, wow, that's a good clutch of episodes to get back, plus the other ones as well.
That is a good
for the other
haul,
story,
isn't it? Yeah.
It is, yeah. So we live in hope still, of course, that more will come. So I've seen it a couple of times. I'm looking forward to it.
This is quite embarrassing, but I've just got to use the toilet quickly.
Okay. So, 6 parts of Moving Troughton. This is only our second. Is it our only second story we've had in full? Was it 2 of the Cybermen the only other one we've had?
Yeah, that's true, actually. So this is a real gem to come by.
I was going to say, I think this is Camber Sands.
Is it?
I think so. I might be wrong now. Sure, I've not looked that up, so someone will correct me down below. I'll say it's a good guess, Paul, but not as good as your others.
It really rattled us, that comment, didn't it? He is enjoying this, isn't he?
The location stuff is just always lovely.
Yeah. I've never understood the point of a hovercraft, especially in the military, because couldn't you just pop it?
Yeah, maybe so. I think it hovers over mines, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Ooh. She enjoyed that way too much.
What is it, Doctor?
I'm frightened.
I'm going to explain how I feel.
I feel nervous, apprehensive, mildly gassy.
Terrible aim.
Only Imperial troops are that accurate.
Yeah, exactly.
At least we're safe now, aren't we? Depends on what you mean by being safe. They've shot a hole in the fuel tank.
Valid until 31st December 2018.
It's got a TIE fighter on the back.
Yeah.
To me, you're the most wonderful and marvelous man that's ever dropped out of the skies. Will you do something?
It's just so astonishing. You are Salamander?
Do you see what I mean?
But surely you know how alike you are. After all, Salamander is a world figure.
Mr. President of the Sun Conservation Establishment at Canona in the Australasian Zone.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I am delighted to report. Highly satisfactory.
I'd like you to try and guess where his accent is supposed to be from.
Now, Mr. President, Ukraine. The grain field of
Ukraine.
that unfortunate area between Poltava and Kirovograd, devastated by the elements 2 short years ago.
Feels very pertinent, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's got your polo neck.
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing here, huh?
Great.
That's got to be a great cliffhanger line, hasn't it? Well, hello, Bruce. What are you doing here, huh?
What does that accent remind me
Roll
of?
credits.
So many different things. Yeah. Edna Mode from The Incredibles. Lovely darlings.
Yeah, I don't know. There is something, isn't there? What are you doing here, huh? It's that for me. What are you doing here?
Oh, I'll tell you what it reminds me of. The Crannies of Vortis.
Yes.
Orderak
From the roof.
I think that's got to be my highlight. Just that final thing when he comes out in the turtleneck, composed, and you're like, yes, he's game on. He's going to do it, and then he does it.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have long to try and get into character, does he?
No. But there's so much good about that episode, isn't there? I mean, what an opener after 3 episodes, which have been very much confined in small spaces, all set in the ice, to suddenly be out on beaches with helicopters and hovercraft and covering miles and miles of terrain. And of course the whole kind of setup of him being this kind of doppelganger for Salamander is great, and the little throwaway line, saying about him, and he's a great speaker, public benefactor, and quite handsome too, I thought. Didn't you think, Jamie?
Yeah, subtle.
It's the brilliant little things like that I love about Troughton that he does so well. But Steve coming out at the end there, Steve Jobs-esque, it's all good.
Yeah, the quotes.
Hey, Bruce, what you doing, eh? Yeah, I'm not sure where the accent is supposed to sit. I mean, Mexican,
Good day, Bruce.
I'm sure. Well, exactly. I'm sure some people will let us know in the comments whether there's a discussion around the Mexican accent.
Well, you do get people who have moved around quite a bit, and their accent is sort of unplaceable. So I guess if he's Mexican, but then he's been in Ukraine for a while, and who knows?
Yeah, what is it? There's a word for that, isn't there? Like people who have an accent like that. I can't remember what it is now.
Oh, really?
Pidgin or Creole.
Ah.
Combination of different accents. What would you call a mixed accent? That's what Google tells me. Yeah.
Pidgin or Creole.
I thought there was that wasn't the word I was thinking of though. I thought there was another word for kind of a mixture of accents, but I could be wrong.
Let us know in the chat if you know what this word is that Paul is looking for.
Yeah, so we'll crack on, I guess. Let us know what you thought of that as an opening episode down in the comments below. Give us a subscribe to the channel if you've not already, and give the video a like. That's great for the videos getting seen. So yeah, until next time, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.